Hey guys, this is Nico, and did you know that more than 20 million people in the USA are millionaires? That means they have a net worth of more than a million, and this makes around, I think, 7 to 10% of the USA population. I know that USA has the greatest economy, but this statistic was kind of like, I was like blown away by this statistic. And I just decided to take a deeper look. And in this video, I'm just gonna analyze the data. I'm just gonna share some statistic and I'm gonna show you how some of those people got rich. And some of the statistics, I was like surprised by it. And the first time I just started about like making millions of dollars was once I got the first time to the USA, and it was like a very cool experience for me because I get to talk to like many rich people, a lot of rich people, because I lived on places like Nantucket, Newport, Rhode Island. Then I went to like Los Angeles, and I personally met a lot of millionaires myself. And my first perception of millionaires was that those people are very like down to earth people. I couldn't say at first that those people made a lot of money, but those people are like filthy rich. So I'm gonna get into the data, the data. So according to this article, the number of millionaires in the USA is 20.27 millions, and like out of those 20 million people, 788 are billionaires. So it's like extremely hard to become like a billionaire. But to become a millionaire, if you live in the USA, like 7 or 8% of like the population in the USA owns or is worth $1 million. So it's not that hard. It's not that hard. And once I get into the data, you see that becoming a millionaire is something you can do if you work hard. Am I a millionaire? Not yet. And this is the right answer. Not yet. But I'll be. I think I'll be. Because, I don't know. This is something like a little prediction for myself. Anyway, okay, let's get into the data. I had another article. So I'm just gonna scroll down. I won't say who the wealthiest Americans in 2021 are because it's like either Jeff Bezos or even Elon Musk. As you can see, it's like very close. We have Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and Warren Buffett and Larry Page. Those are kind of like the top 5 or 6 wealthiest people in America. All of them filthy rich. And yeah, so nearly 2/3 of USA millionaires are between 60 and 79. So it takes like quite a lot of time for people to make $1 million. So it's extremely hard to become a millionaire by the age of 30. As you can see, about 6% of USA millionaires by age group are under 29, and only 2% are aged between 30 and 39. So a big chunk of the people who become filthy rich are 40 plus. So if you know somebody who is a millionaire under 29, probably those people bought Bitcoin in like 99 or something and they got rich. White people and Asian people have the highest chances of becoming a millionaire. And this is the data. I got this data from a website called balancingeverything.com/millionaire statistics. So yeah, if somebody is just like I don't know, it's funny to say it, but I'm not a racist or anything. This is just the statistics. Another important statistic, like 80% of the millionaire invested in their 401k plan. I'm not sure what is that. I think this is something that exists in the States. It doesn't exist in my country, but whatever. The next thing, 94% of millionaires spend less than they make. That means those people are not getting money from the bank. They're not living out of like loans and stuff like this. They're not spending lavishly. And it's just like fascinating because I know that some people use debt to generate wealth, but it's like a very small percentage of millionaires. I know that right now in real estate investing, it's very modern for people just to buy like property and like rent the property and just like, I don't know, make those like real real estate investing work. But as you can see, most of those people are super frugal. They're not spending any money on bullshit. So 94% of millionaires spend less than they make. Um, and here is like another myth. Over three-fourths of American millionaires never received any inheritance. So how much is three-fourths? Uh, I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, 79% of millionaires didn't receive any inheritance. That means that 80%, almost like 80% of like the millionaires in the USA are first generation millionaires. That means those people are self-made, those people started with nothing, and those people worked and made their money. They made their wealth. And a very good book you should read, I think it's called Millionaires Next Door. And this is just like a book on like the millionaires next door. I'm not sure if that was the book. I think it had. Oh yeah, that's the book, The Millionaires Next Door. And this is about the surprising secrets of America's rich. And here they break down the data of like how people become wealthy, how millionaire thinks, how millionaires spend their money. So it's an awesome book. As you can see, it has like quite a good review. 11, almost like 18,000 ratings. So great book. I've listened to this book quite a while, and there was the data that 80% of the millionaires didn't receive any inheritance. So if you're starting with nothing, if you're flat broke watching this video, many people started with nothing and they made millions. So it's about, I don't know, hard work and maybe timing. And yeah, only 15% of US millionaires hold senior leadership roles. About 93% of individuals with a net worth of at least millions said they made their fortune by working hard. Having a big salary wasn't the biggest factor in entering the millionaires club, in their opinion. American Millionaire Statistics confirm that top 5 careers for millionaires are engineer, management, attorney, teacher, and accountant. The average amount of time for earning 1 million was 28 years. So super cool statistic, right? So most of the people who are millionaires, they didn't earn like big salaries, you know. They were not like I don't know, some fancy like managers or just like, I don't know, big shot CEOs. But it took them like 28 years to create $1 million wealth. So it's like a long time. So those people were saving money. Those people were frugal with their money, and at the end of the day, they make $1 million. And the top 5 professions are engineer, management, attorney, teacher, and accountant. So pretty much like I'm not sure if this concerns the IT sector. I'm not sure how old is this data. I feel like now if we like have like a modern statistic, 2022 statistic, the numbers will be like, we'll have, I don't know, the IT people, like we'll have marketing, we'll have IT developers, but this is just my, just kind of like, I'm just guessing. It's not like something that's written in this article, you know. And yeah, it's fascinating. So like saving money is like a big predicator for people for making like $1 million. And so California, New York, and Florida are the USA states with the most millionaires, you know. So as you can see on the screen, uh, New York's New York's population, 8.51% are millionaires. 5.34% of Los Angeles populations are worth million. Chicago, 4.45. San Francisco 3.46, and yeah, like a lot of millionaires in those cities. The top 10 states are California, New York. So like California, New York, very very rich states. And yeah, uh, most millionaires are married. They have one child and they own a home. So like on average, 76% of millionaires are married. They have one children. Like 22% of them own a business. 94% of them own a home. 42% of them own a degree, and they have uh, 2.4 number of properties. And the average portfolio is their average real estate portfolio is like around like less than a million. But I don't see a Bitcoin portfolio here for some reason. And I think this data is like from 2020. So like to all the Bitcoin and crypto guys, make sure you diversify in some real estate and get married, have one children, and you're like. And so in life, like something I realized in life is very hard to beat the data. So those are just the statistics. So if you start a business, if you buy a home, if you get married, have one children, like kind of like you're putting yourself in a better position for you to make a million. So very, very interesting and very, very cool. Yeah, and here is like a chart, like just like visualized. Oh yeah, and the average age of people who are millionaires is 62. So I'm 30 now, and I have like 32 more years to work hard. I almost have like two properties right now. I own a business. I have a degree. Actually, I have masters at law. I own a home. I'm not married and I don't have children. So this is something that I need to work on, I guess. Just kidding. And here we have like Diane Hendricks has been the richest self-made female millionaire 3 years in a row. And here the top other women that are billionaires are Judy Faulkner, Meg Whitman, Judy Love, Marian, I won't pronounce that. Whatever. Robert Smith is the wealthiest African American in the United States. And let's see who is Robert Smith. Let's Google Robert Smith real quick. Robert Smith, yeah, investor. I think that's the guy. Yeah, that seems like the guy who is like the richest African American in the USA. Yeah, over 80% of American millionaires are male, and this is just the data. Um, and let's see by gender in the world. Like again, it's like very very similar. Most of the USA millionaires and the millionaires around the world are males. Uh, Nearly two-thirds of American millionaires graduated from public universities. I'm not sure it's like an American thing, but I think like public universities are not as good. So approximately 62% of the USA richest people graduated from state schools or public university. Only 8% say they went to prestigious private schools. Yeah, so maybe like education doesn't matter that much. So if you haven't gone to Harvard or if you haven't gone to Stanford or like one of those like fancy schools, you can still make millions. But yeah, but here the article says still getting a college degree seems vital as 88% of American millionaires hate it. So like a lot of Americans have like a university or college degree, so it's a good thing. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, should I quit university to pursue this business?" Maybe you should, but like 62% of the USA richest people graduated from state schools or public universities. You know, yeah. This statistic in 2018, only 29% of Americans expected to become a millionaire in their lifetime. This is like expectation. Most Americans believe that learning to invest is the most important step to earning 1 million. About point about 39.8% found learning how to invest is essential, while other popular responses were saving more, spending less, and paying off debt. An additional 8.4% and 5.6% believe that the road to becoming a millionaire demands a college degree and a high-paying job. But so you like most millionaires have a high-paying job. No, they don't have a super high-paying job. They're not like, I don't know, CEOs and like big shots. And yeah, the richest people in the world, like as you can see, United States. Most people are from United States and China. Some people from Japan. Millionaires represent 1% of the adult population and account for 40% of the global net worth, you know. So 40% of the global net worth is in the hands of the top 1%. So if you get to $1 million, that means like you're at the top 1%. So very, very cool statistic. More than half of all millionaires live in USA or China, and this is no surprise. China and the USA have the strongest economies recently, so I'm not surprised by this fact. Um, and yeah, so very interesting again. The number of millionaires in the USA increased by 103% between 2010 and 2010 and 2019. And let's see if there is something interesting here. No, not really. So we have some different countries. We have United States. In Canada, there was 60% increase. In United Kingdom, it's like 91%. China, oh wow, China is like booming. 618% increase of millionaires between 2010 and 2020. So maybe China will be like the next world leader. I'm not sure. Yeah, here I already talked about this data. And there is like this statistic. Europe is home to plenty of millionaires too, but I won't read it because it's Europe. I live in Europe, and Europe is quite boring. And yeah, how many millionaires are there in the USA? According to this article, like 22.46 million people with a net worth of at least 1 million. How many black millionaires are there in America? According to Statista, about 8% of USA millionaires were African American. These figures point about around like 2 millions, you know. So what percent of millionaires are self-made? Like 88% of the millionaires in the world are self-made. Only 12% of them inherited at least 10% of their wealth. So about 79% of the wealthiest Americans, for example, never received any inheritance. And yeah, should I read the bottom line here? Let me see how long is this video. This long video is like 18 minutes. So here, there you have it. Now you know that the profile of the average American millionaire. You also know where the most millionaires live and how long it takes to reach 1 million net worth. These millionaire statistics are a great guide for those who want to outline a strategy and try to join this elite club. So I'm just gonna sum it up. I'm gonna give you like my tips after reading this article, right? If you wanna make a million, spend less, don't buy bullshit stuff. Maybe start a business, maybe get a degree in university, you know? I know that many people say, oh, you should quit university and like start this side hustle, but according to this statistic, it's very, very different, you know? Another very important thing for me, like buy a property, buy a home, don't pay rent, you know, because rent is like, you're gonna waste a lot of money paying rent, so you can just, I think, get a mortgage and like own a house, because if you live in this house or this apartment, this will appreciate in value over time. So your little investment at the very beginning will be worth a lot of money. Be patient. According to this article, it's gonna take you like 28 years to get to a million. Like when you get to your first million, you'll be quite old. If you wanna get to a million faster, like I think the fastest way to get to a million would be to start a business immediately and start figuring things out. Um, this is just my opinion. Like right now, you can do like the online stuff. You can start an online business. If you already have an online business and you're not to a million yet, you need to scale it. So if you're an entrepreneur who has an online business and you want to scale it, make sure you check out the links in the description below because I help entrepreneurs generate more sales using Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and automated marketing systems. So yeah, make sure you check the links in the description below. If you have some questions on the topic, make sure you let me know in the comments. My name is Nico. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now. Bye bye now.